Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to show you how to fold and decorate the 6x6 trifold set. I've got this example here of a double version. So this is why I've named the collection Showstoppers, because these are really big mantle pleasers, beautiful cards. This one will all fold flat. I would make a custom envelope for this one. And you could even make a box envelope for this one as well. It's beautiful. I'm actually tempted to put these in gift bags, just thin gift bags. I do have them on my other channel, Mixed Up Craft. I'll link it below if I can find it. Maybe you can get some ideas there, because that would look really nice. Because this is like a keepsake as well. And then you've got all your space on the back there to write your message. And I've just stamped in the corner there, P.S. please don't throw me in the bin. I'd like to think this one will get enjoyed and appreciated for some time. I've used the gorgeous sunflowers on this one, which is from my new Flowers and Foliage stamp set. And for today's one, I'm going to be using this flower here, and we're going to use some pink tones. So let's get started. So in each set, you get a plate that will cut the main shape of the card, and then you get all your mats and layers. So depending on whether you want to do a double or a single version, you'll need to cut one or two of the main plate. So this one here, this is how it will look when it cuts. You can see if I just pop it back in there. And then what you want to do is, I always like to just go back over my score lines just to kind of reinforce them a bit. It just reduces any kind of cracking. So I just line up the score lines there and just go back over. That one's all the way through, and then that one there, like so. Now I do have tutorials showing you how to make these without the dies, but I always get a lot of people asking for these kind of shapes to be made into dies, just for those people that we can't all cut straight lines, can't cut into cardstock and things like that. So this just makes it nice and easy. So once you've gone over those score lines, you'll have this. You want to just start to push this one down so they create a mountain fold. And this will start to become a mountain fold. These two here, valleys, and then that one will naturally become a valley fold. So you'll have 3 mountain folds and 3 valley folds. And then you just want to fold that all over, and that will give you that 6x6 size there. Okay, so depending on how heavy you embellish this, you might want to pop this into a box envelope, and I've got those as well on my other channel, and I'll link them up there as well. So it's up to you how you have this. You might want it pulling out from the right, you might want it pulling out from the left. I'm going to have it from the right. I think we're going to have it that way today. So then you want to decide on all of your mats and layers. So I'm going to have white for the largest one, so that's just using this one here. And then the next size down, I've used the same pink, and that's going to go over the top. Now I pulled out an old embossing folder. So this one is the Made to Surprise Zigzag. So I just use that just to give it some texture. And then I've done the same with the 3 squares on the side. So if we flatten it down, because it's easier to decorate when it's all flat. And I've cut 3 white squares, like so. And then again, the pink ones I've just embossed. So that's just using these 2 dies here. And then I've just used the largest one for this side. I haven't done a mat and a layer because I just want the white. So I've just taken the largest one there. And then I've just used the Congratulations from the new Sentiments set there. You've got some really nice ones. That's where the P.S. please don't throw me in the bin is. You've got Today's All About You, and you can see all the photos of all the different samples, and you'll see these different sentiments being used, and that's over on my Mixed Up Craft Facebook page, and that will be linked below. So I'm going to go and get all of that stuck down first. I would recommend cutting another one in white and stick that on the back, and then that's your space then to be able to write your message. So all my panels are stuck down, and you can see how that looks when it's folded. And I've gone ahead and I've stamped and coloured the flowers and the leaves here. And I've just added a little bit of shape to the leaves. I need to shape some more of the flowers. And that's just taking the small one here. And like I said, I've used these 2. Now I've done what they call like the no outline colouring. So you stamp in a very light colour. So I stamped these in a very light pink. And it just gives the look of a hand-drawn and coloured image rather than a stamped image. So if you like that effect, just use a very light stamp to initially stamp it down. And that's what I did on the sunflowers here as well. So like I said, they just look more like something you've drawn. So I've got 5 of those, and then I've got the leaves there. And then I've just stamped using my embossing, silver embossing powder, a couple of the butterflies here. And that's from the Butterflies Galore. I wanted a set just full of butterflies for some time, so it's really nice to have this, and it'll be my go-to now. You've got 3 that will die cut just the detail, so if you don't want to stamp your butterflies, you can create these effects here. But all of these here are stamped butterflies, and then the dies to cut them out, and you've even got the little butterfly trail there as well, which I'm using. So my idea is to have a pink butterfly kind of, you know, coming off the side there, and then the white one is going to be on the pink with the little trail behind there. So I'm just going to place everything down. I always like to place it, see how I like it, and then I can move it around. And then I'm going to have kind of a cluster of them up here. I think it was like 3 of the flowers up here, and then the other 2 are going to be down here. And then when you start to add the green leaves in, it really kind of brings and ties everything together. So if you're doing a double version, like I said, you'll have 2 of these, and then you will stick 1 underneath this one here, which is what I did to create that one. So there's 1 stuck just on this panel here. Again, pop another one under there, and I might pop another one maybe there, something like that. Now, I like to use a hot glue gun. You don't have to use the hot glue, but whenever I'm adding dimension and layering lots of things up, I just find the hot glue is the best for me. But use your normal glues. It'll just take you a little bit longer to secure those, that's all. So I started to add a little bit of shape, and I'm just on the leaves. So I just need to do the flowers, and I'm just rolling the edges of the petals there, but kind of pushing down the center. So it just kind of lifts it a bit. Okay, so I'm going to stick the flowers all down first, and then I can just fill the leaves in underneath. So that's everything stuck down. So now I'm just going to add some of my accent glaze to the centres of the flowers. I just thought that would be just a nice little touch, and just add a little bit of shine. So just only a small amount. It's more for the shine rather than the dimension. There we go. And then I thought I'd use some of the Nouveau drops. These are the glitter drops, and this is White Blizzard. I remember using this a lot at Christmas, but it's really nice to just add another texture, just a little bit of interest, but without necessarily adding any more colour. So I'm just going to just pop a few little dots just around the flowers there. There we go. I think that's enough, and it just fills in any spaces that you might have. You might not be happy that there's, you know, maybe a bit too much white space somewhere. Then the Nouveau drops are really good just to fill that. But I'm really pleased with that one. If I just bring it up a bit closer, just move that around so it catches the light, you can see there all the texture. You've got the shine from the embossing powder, you've got dimension there with the flowers, the shine from the Nouveau, and the accent glaze in the centres there. You've got more texture with the embossing folder, and it all stands up really nicely. But if you now doubled that, so imagine adding another one and having maybe that cluster of flowers down in the bottom right hand corner, another butterfly flying down from the top right hand corner, and then you could have, you know, a bigger sentiment. You could pop a circle die, which is what I've done here. This is the Creative Craft Products. It's the filigree circle die that I popped in the middle there. I just think it's a really lovely effect. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial showing you how to fold and decorate the 6x6 trifold. I will be doing tutorials using the other 2 that have been released, so that will give you some more inspiration and fun ways to use those. All of the product that I've used will be linked as always in the description box below. Check out the tutorials now. I will have the box envelopes there, and I'll have the other tutorials when I do them. One of those will pop up here as well. As always, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed today and you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell, and that way you won't miss out on any future videos. Take care and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.